What if I told you that one of the most popular ideas about the human brain is completely wrong, yet millions of people still believe it? You've probably heard it before, maybe in a movie, a book, or a motivational speech. The idea that humans use only 10% of their brain. It sounds exciting, like there's some hidden superpower waiting to be unlocked. But what if that belief is actually limiting how you understand your own mind? Stay with me, because today we're going to gently separate myth from truth. And by the end of this video, you'll understand your brain in a much more realistic and empowering way. The 10% idea feels convincing because it suggests potential. It makes people feel special, like there's unused intelligence sitting inside their head. That's why it spread so easily through pop culture. Movies, self-help talks, and even some classrooms repeated it so often that it started to feel like a fact. But the truth is, neuroscience tells a very different story. Here's the simple reality. You are not using only 10% of your brain. You are using all of it, just not all at the same time. Your brain is made up of many different areas, and each one has a specific role. Some parts help you move. Some help you feel emotions. Some help you remember, speak, imagine, or make decisions. Depending on what you're doing, different areas become more active, while others stay quieter. This doesn't mean they're unused. It means Terreon. Stand by. Ready when needed. Think of your brain like a city at night. Not every building has all the lights on at once, but the city is fully functioning. Power stations, roads, communication systems, and emergency services are always active in the background. If only 10% of the city worked, the entire system would collapse. The same is true for your brain. Within the first minute of watching, if this already feels different from what you've heard before, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Brain. It helps us continue sharing clear, science-based ideas about how your mind really works. Scientists have been studying the brain for decades using advanced imaging tools. These tools allow researchers to see which parts of the brain are active during different tasks. What they consistently find is that even during rest, the brain is incredibly busy. It's regulating breathing, heartbeat, body temperature, processing emotions, organizing memories, and preparing for future actions. There is no large unused section just sitting there. So where did the 10% myth come from? Part of it came from early misunderstandings of brain research. In the past, scientists didn't fully understand what every brain area did, so people assumed unknown meant unused. Others believe the myth grew from motivational language meant to inspire people to use more of their potential, not meant to be taken literally. Over time, the message got simplified and repeated until it turned into a so-called fact. Another reason the myth feels believable is because we often feel like we're not operating at our best. We forget things, get distracted, or feel mentally tired. But that's not because most of our brain is off. It's because the brain is managing a huge amount of information at once. Attention is limited, energy fluctuates, and stress affects performance. This is normal brain behavior, not unused capacity. The real truth is actually more interesting than the myth. Your brain is incredibly efficient. It doesn't waste energy activating everything at once. Instead, it adapts, shifts, and rewires itself based on experience. This ability is called neuroplasticity. It means your brain can change how it uses its networks over time. You're not unlocking hidden parts. You're strengthening connections. This is important because believing the 10% myth can make people chase unrealistic ideas. They may look for shortcuts, hacks, or instant awakenings, but real mental growth doesn't work that way. It happens through learning, repetition, emotional experience, and rest. You don't need to turn on more of your brain. You need to train it. When you learn a new skill, your brain reorganizes. When you practice mindfulness, certain networks become stronger. When you manage stress better, your brain functions more clearly. This is where real potential comes from. Not from unused areas, but from how well the existing system works together. At Brenora, we focus on these truths because they empower you in a grounded way. You are not incomplete. Your brain is already fully active and capable. The key is understanding how to support it, not chasing myths that promise instant transformation. As you go through your day, notice how many things your brain does without effort. It keeps you balanced when you walk. It reads emotions in faces. It connects ideas, memories, and feelings into meaning. All of this requires coordination across the entire brain. There is no unused majority hiding in silence. So the next time someone says we use only 10% of our brain, you'll know the truth. The brain is not sleeping. It's working constantly, adapting quietly, and responding to your life moment by moment. Your power doesn't come from unlocking more brain, but from understanding and working with the brain you already have. Before we end, I'd love to hear from you. Had you heard the 10% myth before this video? Did this explanation change how you see your own mind? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you know someone who still believes this myth, share this video with them. Stay connected with Brainora, where we turn confusing ideas about the mind into clear understanding and help you build a smarter relationship with your own brain.